friends. So I'm here with my son Ian, and I wanted to talk about what happened today. So we went to the dentist to get some work done. We went to get 2 teeth in the bottom, show them. These 2 teeth here extracted. When I went in, I was only aware of the extraction. But as you guys know, Ian has high anxiety when it comes to the dentist, only because when he was little, he had to have a lot of work done on his teeth. And so you guys have seen the last video with him where he actually took a juice and the juice did not work very well for him and had very long lasting side effects. So for us, I would say that that juice would not work again. So we've gotten to the point where we don't need any type of juice, any type of medication other than the Novocaine to numb the area if that's what's needed. And Ian each time has said, I'm going to be brave, I'm going to be brave. So today I prepared him as I always do. Today we're going to take out the 2 teeth in the bottom. So when we go, it turns out that we ended up needing a sealant. So that was a little bit stressful for Ian because he was not prepared for it and I did not get to prepare him. And I was hoping to extract the teeth first, but everything happened so quickly. He ended up being taken into a room and I was with my other son who was actually getting a tooth work done. We'll talk about that later. So I quickly got up, went to the room and, said, what are we doing here? And they said, okay, we're going to put the sealants. Ian instantly felt afraid. He felt kind of scared, didn't you? And he started crying. And so, I had to be there for him. And so he was crying through it and it was just painting. There was no pain, there was no needles, but again, he has high anxiety. So the next step was they were going to extract his teeth. Now, what do you do? Do you go through with it? Do you say, okay, you're gonna go through this and that's it? Well, as a parent, as a mom, I like to listen to my children. I like for them not to feel fear. And so his anxiety was already high. We did the sealants, we went through with that, and I decided we're not going to get the teeth pulled out. The reason why the dentist wants to pull these 2 teeth out here is because the adult teeth that are on the bottom are coming through. Now, I don't see them. They're not poking through yet, and he has 2 teeth that are loose. So we are going to try and wiggle them out, aren't we? We're going to try and wiggle them out. So, I just think it's important to listen to your kids. And, it's not that I wasn't, I'm not in control or, I'm going to force him to. Our kids have fears, of the dentist. Even adults have fears of the dentist. And so, I feel we want to make it as comfortable as possible to make them feel comfortable. So next time will trust me, so we went through with 1 procedure. And if the teeth don't get wiggled out in a couple weeks and I start to see a tooth pull through, I either will try and wiggle it out myself, or if worse comes to worse, we will go back to the dentist and we'll talk about it. So I want him to feel comfortable that, mommy listens to him and mommy knows. And so he did very good today, didn't you, Ian? You did good. So we'll talk to you about Riley now. Say bye, Ian.
Bye.
Okay, come, Riley. All right, so Riley has had some work done in his mouth. I haven't had any videos to show you. Open your mouth, Riley. Let's see if you can see. He's got a couple of them up there. So he's got some silvers here. So he's had quite a bit of work done as well, except for with Riley, I opted for the laughing gas. Now, I've had 2 instances, one where he had like a seizure. He was under the laughing gas way too long. And I was, as a mom and I see that, I was like turn it off, you know, and he quickly, you know, came out. It was very scary. So after that, after seeing that, I stopped. And I think another time before, he would wake up for like 2 or 3 days crying, oh, my legs, they hurt, they cramp. And for some people, it does have side effects. So, you know, I opted out for him. So I just started telling him, if we're going to have your feet done, if we're going to have your teeth done, you're going to have to be brave, and mommy can buy you a toy. And so we do the Novocaine. Well, today, Riley didn't get the Novocaine, which I was surprised. He sat there through, he had a cavity, and he got it filled, and I was super ecstatic that he caught it in time, so before the other teeth we did not catch, and that's why he has the silvers in there. But he did well. He hasn't had any traumatic events that he remembers. He can calm himself through it. And again, oh, bless you. And so, you know, Riley, he is, you know, working on, he calmed himself. So he felt a little bit of anxiety while, you know, the doctor was working on his tooth. And then he was breathing, he calmed himself through it. That was his choice. You know, I given him the option, you know, do you want the mask? And he always says, no, I don't want the mask.
I am brave.
Even as he has some anxiety, just the mask alone gives him anxiety, which he would rather lay there and calm himself than have the mask on his face. So, you know, I would suggest talking to your kids about what makes them happy. You know, I wouldn't recommend, if they're afraid, you know, to, you know, force them to go in there and tie them up. I mean, you know, children are smart as adults, and they will listen and they will talk to you about what their fears are. And if you can talk to them and they can agree, I will be strong. Now, there was one time that Riley said, yes, I'm gonna be strong, and he went in there and, you know, he worked himself up, and then the dentist couldn't do the work, and he said,
I was scared, and then I became brave at the dentist.
Yep, he said, you know, Riley, I can't work on it if you're moving and you're crying. And so, you know, the dentist gave us about, you know, 5 minutes, and he came back, and Riley got through it. So I know a lot of parents probably wouldn't agree with not giving their kids laughing gas, but you know, the side effects for Riley, you know, his legs are sore, you know, for a couple of days. And there's also side effects, which I could talk about in another video. But, you know, for right now, I just wanted to talk about, you know, about listening to your kids when it comes to the dentist, and reassuring them that the dentists are there to help us and take care of our teeth and to keep them clean and make sure that we don't have any infections. It's very important. So, Riley, did you want to say anything?
I think.
Yeah? Okay.
I'm brave!